Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down 10 really powerful habits designed to help you create a life that feels more aligned, more authentic and balanced. If you're on a self-improvement path, this is absolutely for you.
All right, let's just dive right in. Does this sound familiar? You have those weeks where you feel completely on top of things, you're just crushing it, and then it's followed by a week where you feel totally scattered? The source material for this explainer has a great term for this. It calls it being chop and change with your discipline. So what's the secret to finding that consistency? How do we stop that roller coaster? Well, here's the thing. The key isn't to be more rigid or stricter with yourself. It's actually about building a foundational routine, a kind of framework of interconnected habits. And this routine, it's designed to give you the mental space and the physical energy you need to make lasting, really impactful changes in your life. So let's start at the beginning. We'll kick things off with the first pillar, the daily habits that protect your most valuable resources. We're talking your focus and your energy. These are the absolute building blocks for everything else. Okay, so in this first section, we're going to focus on 3 core habits that really form the bedrock of your day. First, protecting your physical energy through daily movement. Second, protecting your mental energy with a super simple no-phone rule. And third, managing your internal fuel source. Yep, your food.
Now, here's a really powerful psychological shift for you. We often think of exercise for the endorphins, right? But the real benefit, according to this, is that you are building evidence that you're the kind of person who shows up. Think about that. Every single time you stick to that commitment, you're creating a small win that builds this foundation of discipline for literally everything else in your life.
Okay, this next one is crucial. It's all about creating a barrier to protect your time. This simple rule, no phone notifications for the first 2 hours and the last hour of your day. It allows you to start and end your day on your own terms. You get to decide when you're ready to let the world in, which dramatically improves both your focus and your sleep quality. This might seem almost too simple, but think about it this way. It's direct energy management. I mean, ordering out feels convenient for sure, but it often leads to those nasty energy crashes from hidden sugars and preservatives. Preparing your own food, though, that gives you complete control. It ensures you're consuming clean fuel to sustain your focus all day long.
All right, so with those daily foundations in place, we can now kind of zoom out a bit. Let's look at how to become the architect of your entire week, designing it with intention instead of just reacting to whatever comes your way. This next set of habits, it's all about designing your week with purpose. We'll explore how to organize your digital world to calm the chaos, how to use a Sunday planning session to really get ahead, and maybe most importantly, a simple method for clarifying what your absolute top priorities are.
I love this quote. It just gets right to the heart of it all, doesn't it? Mental chaos literally creates real-world chaos. So by using simple tools to organize your calendars, your links, your goals, you stop that internal scramble from spilling out into your life. And the result? It's a priceless sense of peace and control. Now, this is such a powerful practice. Taking time on your day off, maybe a Sunday, to plan meetings, order groceries, and set your weekly goals, it provides this huge sense of calm before the week even kicks off. That way, when unexpected tasks pop up on a Monday, you're already prepared, and you won't have to sacrifice your important personal habits. Okay, so to really set priorities, the source gives us this fantastic analogy. I want you to think of the key areas of your life, your health, your relationships, your work, as individual gardens. Your non-negotiables are the sun and water. They are the absolute essentials required just to keep them alive. Then you've got your wants. These are like fertilizer. They aren't essential for survival, but they're what make your gardens truly thrive. All right, so we've structured our days and we've structured our weeks. Now it's time to turn inward and look at the habits that fuel our mental and personal growth from the inside out. So in this section, we're only covering 2 habits, but trust me, they are incredibly vital. The first one is all about feeding your mind to make sure you're always evolving. And the second is about creating space to connect with your inner world so you're acting from a place of real self-awareness. There's a great line from the source material that says, "The more you know, the more you realize you don't know." It's so true. To really embrace this, don't leave learning to chance. You got to anchor it into your week.
Whether it's a podcast on your commute or just 30 minutes with a book, making education a non-negotiable guarantees you are constantly evolving.
Now, this next one is intentionally broad. A mindful habit isn't just meditation. Now, it could be journaling or a silent walk without headphones, or even just sitting with your thoughts for 5 minutes. The whole goal is to create some distraction-free space to genuinely check in with yourself, so you're not just assuming you know how you feel.
And finally, we've arrived at what the source calls the most profound habit of them all. Seriously, this is the master key that makes every other habit sustainable for the long haul.
See, a rigid routine can quickly become a trap, something you feel totally handcuffed to. And life is unpredictable, right? The ability to adapt your routine to the natural ebbs and flows of life is what makes a self-improvement journey sustainable instead of just another source of stress.
So, how do you actually practice flexibility? Well, here's a genius concept from the source. It's called no agenda time. This is where you literally schedule a block of time to be completely unplanned. It's built-in freedom to do whatever you feel like in that moment. Binge a show, go for a walk, or do absolutely nothing at all. It's permission to be spontaneous.
This is really all about tuning into yourself. It means if you planned a high-intensity workout, but your body is just screaming for rest, you swap it for a gentle walk, and you do it without guilt. If you don't have the right energy for a creative task, you postpone it. It's about working with yourself, not against yourself.
And that right there brings us to the core message of this entire philosophy. Your habits and your routines, they're just tools. They are meant to serve you, to give you more clarity and more freedom. The moment you start feeling like you are serving them, it's time to adjust.
So, when you bring all of these pieces together, the daily foundations, the weekly architecture, that mindful growth, and the master key of flexibility, you create this powerful, holistic system. It's a system that supports a life that isn't just productive, but one that is truly, genuinely aligned with who you are.
And that question, that's the ultimate takeaway from this whole explainer. The entire point of building these habits is to empower you, never to trap you. So we really hope this gives you a new lens to look through as you build a structure that truly, finally works for you.